Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Zaman from AGC, and today I would like to present about the effects of visual perceptual problems on performance skills and occupation. Now let me come to start with introduction. Visual perceptual problems can cause many problems for children, such as the inability to use tools, cutting, and more. Children with visual perceptual issues may find their area of occupation compromised, such as the ADLs, which is activities of daily living, education, and more. Activities of daily living, which is known as ADLs, may give problems for children with visual perception issues, and the child also may find grooming, playing, and more very challenging for them. And children with this issue also may find classroom tasks challenging, and the child also may struggle with educational tasks such as maths, reading, and more. Now coming to the problems in reading. Children with visual perceptual problems usually have problems with reading. They struggle with reading most of the time. This issue has emerged in the ability to use phonological information when oral language processing. And children with reading problems usually confuses visual recognition of letters. They may be confused with few letters like the P to B, like that, some sort lah. And then the children also can say to be have a visual perceptual problems when he or she is limited in extracting data presented simultaneously. Children with visual discrimination may struggle to recognize symbols and therefore may be very slow to master the alphabets and numbers. Some children can readily detect the differences between visually similar symbols, such as the confusion between letters A and O and many more. And confusion over directionality of a word and more may result in poor registration in visual memory, which can also cause significant delays in the sight vocabulary consolidation. And children with visual spatial problems usually struggle with map reading and more. And memory problems also can affect reading in various ways, such as inability to remember visual shapes of letters and words. And children who struggles with establishing retrievable sound symbol associations are said to be struggling with the visual verbal associative memory, and therefore they are very unable to associate the sound with what is heard or seen. And for serious issues of reading, words recognition is affected, which also can affect the sight vocabulary acquisition. Now coming to the problems in spelling. Children with simultaneous visual stimuli processing problems may face spelling issues. Their struggle with words visualization may also result from distorted initial visual registration. This kind of children with strong association of sound symbol may spell the word phonetically yet incorrectly. Like example, the light's supposed to be spelled as L-I-G-H-T, but they instead spell as L-I-T-E. It's considered lit ready. So now coming to the problems in handwriting and visual motor integration. Handwriting problems have affected around 30% of school-going children. Visual cognitive abilities may affect writing in many ways. Children who struggles with attention may face issues with spelling and more, correct letter formation, spelling, grammar, mechanics, punctuation, and capitalization, which all include that in the more. And children with visual memory issues may struggle with recalling the shapes and the formation of letters and numbers. And visual discrimination issues also can affect the child's handwriting, and the child also may struggle to recognize letters in different prints and therefore may struggle to copy from different types of print to handwriting. A child with figure ground issues may struggle with copying because he or she is unable to determine what is written, hence the child may omit the most important part. Visual spatial issues can affect a child's handwriting in various ways. The child may reverse letters, like will be confused with M to W, W to M, like that and more, and also numbers like 2 and 5 and more. The most prevalent common spatial errors in handwriting are inconsistent spacing between writing units and more. The gap will be too big, too small, anything. The visual cognitive issues can cause many problems such as limited fine motor skills and more. Now coming to the last point, the problems in mathematics. Limited skills in visual perceptual is mostly related to dismal mathematical achievement, even when controlling for verbal cognitive abilities. Therefore, mathematical achievement requires visual perceptual ability. Children with visual perceptual problems can struggle with columns aligning for calculations, and therefore answers are not accurate because of alignment issues, not because of calculation issues. And children with limited visual memory may struggle struggle with the usage of a calculator, and it also may cause issues with addition and subtraction because both these things require multiple steps. And children with figure ground issues may find worksheets with rows of maths and columns of maths problem confusing. Children with visual spatial perception issues may find geometry challenging because of its spatial characteristic. Geometry is full of spatial characteristic. And for children with these issues, visual imagery is very difficult for them, which is visual imagery, and which is difficult for them because the visual imagery is needed to match and compare forms and shapes, and also because of this can hinder their ability in mathematics. And thank you very much, and hope to see you soon, and goodbye.